Welcome back to another edition of State Champs Hockey Time. I'm Jonathon Kidd along with Sean Baligian. We are out on the west side for the OK Conference Tourney Championships.
What a fantastic day out here at Griff's Georgetown. Such a great idea. I'm going to say it again, okay? I hope the rest of the conferences across this great state follow the lead of the OK Conference. This is just awesome to have these games here today. It's a playoff type atmosphere. There are scouts and media in the building. Just a blast out here on the west side.
State Champs Hockey Time is presented by our friends at the Alta Equipment Company. So, Sean, we made the trip out here. We saw the first game between Mona Shores and Forest Hill Central, and Forest Hill Central won 4-1.
Yeah, you know what? Give Forest Hills a lot of credit there. It's interesting, Johnny, because the guys that we'd recognized before, Gibby Grendel, he didn't certainly disappoint anybody if you're expecting to see a fantastic puck-moving defenseman. And Milok, a young man that had been on our list, he scored a couple of goals. And Mona played hard, but a little bit too much Rangers on this afternoon.
With Forest Hill Central, what do you see from them as the playoffs start next week?
You know, I think this is a team, John, that has a real good chance of navigating the difficult waters and finding itself back at USA Hockey Arena. A lot of these guys have been there and done that. I think they've played a schedule that lends itself to saying battle-tested to be sure. So I'm going to be really intrigued to see where the Rangers' road takes them once playoffs start.
In the third place game at the OK Conference Tournament was Byron Center and Caledonia. These teams are going to play next week in the playoffs in Division II. But Byron Center, Luke Philo scoring the game-winning goal in overtime.
Hey, listen, we know what BC is all about. They're the defending D2 champions. We saw them earlier on our Game Time Live earlier in the season. This was my first look, your first look at Caledonia. I like what I saw. That team battles hard. Sam Hogue is a name that's been on our list all year. He lived up to expectations. They are going to be a tough out for anybody. And if that game next week is any indication of what we saw here today, that's going to be a tough battle.
And just talk about that regional for a second, because whoever gets out of that one, you know, could have a good track to get to USA.
You earned your way out. There's some good teams there. I saw Matawan last week against Livonia Stevenson. They gave Stevenson everything they could handle, so no doubt about that. It's going to be a very, very tough bracket. Whoever makes their way out, they earned it.
And in the championship game here at the OK Conference Tournament, congratulations to East Grand Rapids. Runners-up in Division III the last couple years. They are primed for a big run here.
They're on a mission. Alber's up front. He didn't disappoint. Keep an eye on their goaltender. I mean, you're talking about a freshman goaltender in Finch. That's going to be a name to remember. But, Johnny, I felt this team has been on a mission for 2 years. They are definitely one of the favorites in Division III, and it's so great to see Granville take a step back up. Joe Brazil, I say it once, I say it 1,000 times. This is a guy that is first class and done so much not only for Granville, but for the game. And guys, let me reiterate again, every conference out there not named the OK Conference, do something like this next year. This is awesome, Johnny.
Let's talk about some other games across the state. And how about Romeo? They were down 3-0 to Utica Eisenhower. They scored 4 unanswered goals, and they have won the MAC Red Championship.
Hey, you and I were talking about this. I mean, you're talking about 2 really good goaltenders, but the offenses came alive. That's a huge win for Romeo. Props to them.
And then you touched a little bit on Matawan. You saw the game between Matawan and Livonia Stevenson. Stevenson won the game 6-5. You know, talk a little more about Matawan and then what you've been seeing about Livonia Stevenson here.
You know what? Matawan didn't go away that whole game, and it didn't surprise me at all. I mean, there's a reason that they've been in our rankings, and they showed that they can stay. Listen, Stevenson, I think everybody knows they've been a perennial power. There's no doubt about that. As the playoffs near, hopefully a tight game like that can get them focused and ready for what they hope to be a long run in Division II.
And how about the game on Saturday night between Flint Powers and Heartland? Heartland is on a roll. They beat Livonia Stevenson for the KLA championship. They beat Powers. It's coming soon. Detroit Catholic Central and Heartland. Let's just face it.
Well, you know what? A lot of people out there, Johnny, think that that's the way it's going to be. What a tough slate for Heartland, though. You get Livonia Stevenson on a Friday night, and then you have to take on Flint Powers on a Saturday. Two teams, John, that if you're looking at things right now, certainly one of the favorites in Division One. And I'm going to say it again, Flint Powers might be the key and operative word, the favorite in Division Two right now.
Another one on Saturday night was number 3 Howell taking on number 10 Clarkston. How about Howell? Another victory. They are cruising going into the playoffs.
Just a fantastic year. I can't say enough about what Keith Robertson has done. Lansky's been outstanding. I think they've got a good decor. I think they're deep up front. Look out for the Highlanders come playoff time.
We just got started here on State Champs Hockey Time out on the west side of the state. And coming up, we're going to preview the week ahead in high school hockey. You don't want to miss that.
Attention State Champs Nation! Applications are open for the Detroit Athletic Club Foundation's Male and Female Michigan High School Athlete of the Year Awards. Are you a recognized or projected first-team All-State athlete this school year? Do you maintain a 3.0 GPA or higher and lead through your school or community volunteer work? We want you to apply. 12 finalists, 6 male, 6 female. Each will receive $1,000 for college expenses. 2 winners will take home $5,000 each. The 28th High School Athlete of the Year Awards will be held Monday, June 2nd at the Detroit Athletic Club and stream live on the State Champs Sports Network. Don't wait. Applications close Saturday, March 15th. You can't be nominated if you don't apply. Go to dacathleteoftheyear.com. That's dacathleteoftheyear.com.
At Alto Equipment, we know when it comes to getting your job completed on budget and on schedule, uptime matters. Alto Equipment has partnered with the biggest names in construction, including Volvo, Leeboy, Sonnebogen, Avant, ASV, and more to provide the state of Michigan with industry-leading service and support. Alto Equipment services all makes and models, and their technicians are available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Do you have a big project? Alta Rents has you covered with the most diverse rental fleet in Michigan. Give them a call at 844-GO-TO-ALTA today.
All right, it's time now to update you in our State Champs Warrior Hockey Player of the Year and Wall Award. So, Sean, the top 10 stays the same for both awards, but there's still time to make one push to get into our top 10.
No, you nailed it. I think a final push is upon us, and there are a lot of guys that are close. Just talking to some guys out here, picking their brain about a guy that maybe could push his way in. It's going to be difficult. We like our list right now, but still time for you to make some noise before we freeze our top 10s.
You can cast your vote for the State Champs Warrior Hockey Player of the Year and Wall Award at our website at statechampsnetwork.com. And a reminder, if you're leading the vote, you'll be never removed from the top 10, and you'll be automatically into the Final Four. As of right now, Aiden Cook from Flint Powers is leading the Warrior Player of the Year, and Sam Hogue from Caledonia is leading the vote for the Wall Award.
And I'll tell you what, there are two guys that their play alone might be good enough to get them onto the Final Four, but an opportunity for you as well. So mount up, get out there and support your guy. It is a fun time, and we all make our decision at USA Hockey Arena the last weekend of the year.
All right, and that was our State Champs Warrior Hockey Player of the Year and Wall Award update.
Out here, it's not just about the hustle. It's about breaking the game. Every single day. Zeroing in on what we want, putting a target on it, and hitting the bullseye. Over and over again, because second best, that's for somebody else's story. The fire that fuels us, the bond that unites us, we don't just play the game. We set it ablaze. We break through.
It's time now for our Coaches Corner, brought to you by our friends at the Michigan High School Hockey Coaches Association. So, Sean, we are here out on the west side of the state, and we just want to highlight these coaches that are in this tourney.
Yeah, you know, so many great guys. It was so nice to see so many great guys. We saw Coach Benedict at Mona, had a chance to catch up with him. It was great to see Coach Newton. I'm going to say it again. He's been so huge for EGR and the high school product in general. Joe Brazil, just one of the gentlemen. Jordan and BC saw those guys, got to meet a few new coaches as well. So, John, that's one good thing. We're blessed with so many guys whose hearts are in the right place, and you get to know them, and they're doing this for the right reason. The same reason that we do a show like this. We love the game of hockey, so we appreciate you guys oh so much.
And we've been here at the OK Conference Tournament. Just talk about the quality of hockey in the west side of the state.
I like it. This is fun. All these games have been tight. If you take a look at the whole tournament, I mean, so many tight games. A lot of teams in a position to punch their ticket to USA Hockey Arena, and that's what it's all about, John. Finding a way to get there that final weekend. Good luck to everybody.
And that was our Coaches Corner, brought to you by our friends at the Michigan High School Hockey Coaches Association. Let's preview the week ahead in high school hockey. And Sean, how about on Wednesday night, Cranbrook taking on Livonia Stevenson?
Well, hey, listen, Cranbrook High, we're the Division III champions. I think they're getting goaltending from two different sources. You like Timko, you like Gianluca. I like this team a lot, Johnny. I hope that nobody, and I mean nobody, counts out the Cranes. They are still one of the teams to beat in Division III.
How about we head to Northern Michigan, Traverse City West taking on Traverse City Central?
Well, you know what? That's always a fun game. And those two defenders for West are solid. No doubt about that. You got a senior, you got a junior. TCC, you know how they roll. Coach Gibbons is going to roll them very, very, very hard. So that'll be a fun game up in Traverse City.
We head to the MIHL as number 1 Detroit Catholic Central takes on Warren De La Salle. And remember, 3 years ago around this time, De La Salle was the last in-state team to beat CC.
Yeah, you know what? Catholic Central wants to keep it rolling. I think very quietly, Coach LaRose has done a fantastic job with that De La Salle team. So that'll be one to watch for sure. And I think the Pilots are one to watch as well come playoff time. Everybody knows about the Shamrocks, and I'm not taking away from them. If anything, that's showing respect to them. Let's see what the Pilots can do in terms of making noise once playoff starts.
How about this one on Wednesday night? We have Plymouth going to my neck of the woods. They're going to take on Grosse Ile.
Yeah, that'll be a fun game. I mean, Grosse Ile wins games.
Great job by Jason Durbin.
Yeah, he's done a tremendous job. I mean, take a look at the numbers. And, you know, Plymouth is a team that they've been in our rankings, and especially the last month, they've started to make some noise, so that one intrigues.
We say in the MIHL on Friday as Trenton takes on Cranbrook.
What a fantastic game that is. I know Trenton didn't like the way things turned out against Salem. They're going to be okay. I think they're priming at the right time. Trojans definitely in the mix in Division II.
How about this one on Saturday, Sean? The Bay City Wolves taking on Clarkston.
Yeah, fantastic. Wolves and Wolves, huh? Bay City made so much noise the last couple of years. They're talked about for good reason. What a great measuring stick for them. Clarkson now, undoubtedly, one of the usual suspects.
So that is it for State Champs Hockey Time. So, Sean, next week's show, it's the live show as we preview the playoffs.
I can't believe it. We're already there. So, batten down the hatches. It's going to be a long but fun show. Really looking forward to it, John.
And lastly, just great times out here on the west side.
Unbelievable. I'm going to say it one more time. I hope every other conference follows the lead that the OK Conference showed us. Have yourselves a conference tournament next year, and we'll see you at the rink.
State Champs Network is presented by Lawrence Technological University. Be curious, make magic. Visit ltu.edu today. State Champs Hockey Time is powered by Alta Equipment Company, Michigan's #1 construction equipment provider with over 40 brands. Get the right equipment for your project every time. Warrior Hockey is proud to sponsor the Michigan High School Hockey Player and Goalie of the Year Award. Warrior Hockey is made for this. The Michigan High School Hockey Coaches Association. For all things Michigan High School hockey, go to the hub, mihshockeyhub.com. The Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics. Reaction Technologies, up your game. Go to reactiontechnologies.com for more information.